This is Monkey World, the largest ape and monkey rescue centre on the planet. With every animal comes a story. Some funny, some shocking. Dramas great and small. Today on Monkey LIife, nerves run high as the team attempts a surrogate mum for a newborn baby orangutan.
It's close to being perfect. It's also close to going badly wrong.
And in Hernanya's group, Patricia is being pursued by the alpha male. Since Monkey World started, 43 babies have been born to 10 different primate species. As most of the primate mums were snatched away from their own mothers in the wild, there's a big chance they won't have developed any maternal instincts. Orangutan Roro didn't look after her first baby 4 years ago, and they had to be separated. 6 days ago, she gave birth to another daughter. After initially caring for her little girl, they had to be separated as the baby wasn't feeding. Dad duties fell with keeper Mike, but now, after almost a week together, she's ready to move on. This morning, it's hoped the baby will start a new life with the other orangs. The team hope that the female orang Xiao Kuai will care for her. The 12-year-old has been the perfect mum to her own baby Kai, and she still has plenty of milk. For 6 days, the baby has been nameless, but today the team have decided to call her Dinda, which means darling in Indonesian.
Watch your back, please. We're coming through. Thank you.
Orangutans come from Borneo, so an Indonesian name seemed fitting. Woolly monkey Julio, who Alison's been hand-rearing, is coming along for the ride. Xiao Kuai and Kai have been separated off from the rest of the group, so they're aware that something's about to happen. The 12-year-old is very maternal, but that doesn't mean she'll automatically accept this baby.
Orangutans are just like human beings. They're unique personalities. Maybe she'll look at somebody else's baby and say, no way. I don't think that'll be the case. Second of all, will Kai be accepting of having a new little sister who he sort of has to share a mum with? So there are all kinds of possibilities of risk and so on, but Kai's very independent and he's always off on his own, and we can actually supplement his feed already. So it's definitely worth the risk in order to have the baby growing up with other orangutans. And then, of course, Kai would have a little sister to play with. So we're hopeful. Xiao Kuai, you got to do the business today.
This is the very first time Monkey World has tried to get an adult female to act as a surrogate to a newborn baby. And as the final preparations are made, nerves begin to show.
You got that? I'll detach you. You ready? You're going to look after me in there. Good.
You let me know if she's horrible to you, won't you? Because I'll be in there to sort her out, all right?
You look after her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Actually, if I just close this door now, and then you can use that as a...
Do you want to see what you think through the mesh, first of all?
Yeah. It's a new toy for you, Kai. New toy.
Look at Kai as well.
Mm. You're a good lad, you are, aren't you? You're a very sociable chap.
Okay.
Let's go in.
You happy with
Are you
that?
happy?
Yeah.
Doesn't look untowardly.
No. She'll be okay.
she's ready.
I can deal with her. You want to go this door?
An adult orangutan is 7 times stronger than the average human male.
She's very agitated.
Yeah.
There you go.
There is a risk that Xiao Kuai could hurt Jeremy or the baby, but Jeremy has a unique relationship with her, and the team are relying on it.
Hello, darlings. What we got? Who's this? Hello, who's that? Is that good? You come see it. I'm not going to give it to you just yet. It's different to that one. That's a little girl, you see. See?
You happy that she's not going to be aggro?
Can't see why she would be. Come on, here you go.
Okay. Hand her the baby when she comes over.
Yeah, in your own time.
Yep.
Take your time.
When you're ready.
Yeah.
If this plan succeeds, it will be an amazing beginning to Dinda's life.
Here you go.
Do you have a bottle up here?
There you go. What's about that? Who's that? That's for you. Okay, go. Belly button, yeah. That looks okay to me. Are you checking? Good girl, well done. Good girl. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. You're a special girl, aren't you? Who's that?
Taking the baby is a very good sign, but it's only the first step. And nerves are about to be tested further as Xiao Kuai heads up high.
Holding on tight.
But the most important test is still to come. Dinda is hungry, and Xiao Kuai must let her feed. As Dinda's future life hangs in the balance, in the new outside enclosure in the nursery, orangs Ame, Jolie, Xiaoning, and Aris have settled into their outdoor life brilliantly. It's only been a few weeks since they first moved into the outside space. The idea behind the enclosure is to allow them to move around as they would in the wild. In their natural environment, orangutans are highly skilled at swinging through the treetops. They are the largest tree-living animal in the world. At the park, a combination of high poles, platforms and hoses creates the perfect space for them. Aris has always had a zest for life. He spent his first year enjoying rough and tumble with baby gorillas in Germany. Today, he still enjoys an active playtime. And if there's fun to be had, it's usually Aris who's right in the middle of it. Three-year-old female Xiaoning can be stubborn and spoiled, and life is on her terms. But even she can't resist the lure of this exciting new playground. New girl Jolie was rejected by her own mum in Moscow Zoo. She recently arrived at Monkey World and has bonded with the adult female Ame, who in return provides her with the motherly love she needs. Jolie is never far away from her adoptive mum, and no matter what she does, she always keeps a tight hold on her. In the wild, orangs learn everything from their mothers, so Jolie's lucky that Ame is such a fantastic substitute. Back inside the orangutan house, Dinda is finding it difficult to latch onto Xiao Kuai's nipple. Up until now, she's been bottle fed and seems confused by this new food source.
It's getting close. The baby's rooting around and Xiao Kuai's actually watching to see if the baby's gonna find the nipple. It hasn't yet. She hasn't quite together enough to push the baby too, but we're in the best position right this very second that we've been so far. And the baby's rooting around. So it's just a case of the baby getting onto the nipple now. Xiao Kuai's taken the baby. She's happy with the baby. That's it, no problem. But now we need to get food in. Full mouth right around her whole breast, but
She's so close, Jeremy.
we got it. We're on. No more sucking.
It's a fantastic moment for everyone.
I don't think we could have wished for better.
I mean, it's funny, the baby took about, Alison saw it, the baby took about 6 big sips, and then realized it tasted different and then stopped. So, but she's gone kind of quiet now, so I'm pretty comfortable with that. What about you?
Yeah, if we just wait and let it settle down, and then we can let it settle down to some sort of normal routine, and then we know where we are.
You're going to jump in at any point to try to help the baby suckle. If you see it struggling, are you pretty happy?
I'd rather leave it and, you know, only really as a last resort. I don't think we're anywhere near that stage. You know, while she's like this, baby finding where everything is for herself.
Well, it don't help. We wish you'd eat.
Under Jeremy's watchful eye, the new family will be left to settle down. Dinda will need to keep feeding so she can get used to the nipple, but all the signs are positive.
Too far away.
Looks like Mike's dad duties are over.
Oh, I shall miss her terribly. I'll miss all those late nights and those 2-hourly feeds through the day and the night, the dirty nappies, the bottles, the sterilising, the cleanliness. Oh, I'll just miss it terribly. It means I'll be able to go home and perhaps go to the pub and maybe go to the beach. But, you know, hey, what's better? Having an orangutan to look after? No, I mean, seriously, this is just fantastic. It'll be so much better for the little baby.
But just as everyone is starting to relax, there's a serious problem, and the team must make a difficult decision. Although Dinda initially fed from the 12-year-old, she's now finding it difficult to latch onto Xiao Kuai's nipple. She's distressed and hungry. Babies this young need to feed frequently. Jeremy does his best to ease the situation, but Xiao Kuai is getting frustrated.
Xiao Kuai's getting a little bit upset because the baby keeps crying. And we got a little nervous because at one point Xiao Kuai, trying to make her be quiet, squeezed her tight and gave her a little thump, really, just trying to make her be quiet. It's so close to the nipple, it's driving me crazy. It's so close to drinking, and if it just would, this thing would be fine. If Xiao Kuai continues to get really nervous, a couple of things we're gonna try. Alison's come up with an idea. One, that Jeremy tries to bottle feed the baby, see if Xiao Kuai will let Jeremy bottle feed the baby in there. That buys us time. The other is if she continues to be upset with the baby or starts getting rough, then we're gonna probably have to sedate her and get the baby out, which is what we don't want to do. This is so close. This is so close to going very, very well. And it's, you know, we're trying to hold our nerve, trying to keep right with her. It's close to being perfect. It's also close to going badly wrong.
As more time passes, the team decide that Jeremy must feed Dinda, and they hope Xiao Kuai will let him.
If we can get a bottle down the baby's neck, we got 2 more hours. Then we can go for this, and she'll be fine. Mike?
Xiao Kuai will need to be distracted with treats before Dinda can have her bottle. It's been emotional for everyone, and this plan has to work. It's the last chance they've got. Each time the park rescues a primate, the team carefully considers which group they should join. Seven-year-old Patricia became a member of Hananya's group just over a year ago. Forming alliances is vital for all chimps, and friends spend the majority of their time together. Patricia is close to 10-year-old Valerie. The park's happy about the friendship because Valerie is developing into a very confident female. Hopefully she'll keep an eye on Patricia. Patricia needs support because she's having problems with alpha male Hananya. He finds Patricia very attractive and likes to follow her around, but she's too scared to let him get close. Her body language of slow, careful, quiet movements suggests she's trying not to draw attention to herself. Avoiding him is probably not the most sensible thing to do. Hananya could hurt her if he wanted to. Hananya is persistent. He's determined to get close to Patricia. And the more she backs away, the more he follows. If she were to let him come over and greet her, Hananya may stop pursuing her. His plans to win over Patricia are ruined by 13-year-old Shamak. Although he is subordinate to Hananya, when Shamak decides to pester Patricia, Hananya does nothing. The 14-year-old has struggled for dominance ever since he became alpha male. Shamak is just a year younger than Hananya, but he's not nearly as well developed mentally. The pair arrived at the park together from Israel 10 years ago, so they're good pals. Hananya's lack of discipline towards Shamak suggests he still has a problem telling his friends off. Hananya might have allowed Shamak to pester Patricia, but he's still desperate to get close to her himself. His frustration is growing and he's started to really harass Patricia. It's a difficult situation, and Patricia's running out of hiding places. She stays at the highest possible point. It may seem Hananya is picking on her, but it's only because he wants to get close. This is the perfect time for Patricia to show Hananya respect by offering her hand. But instead, she turns her head and won't look at him. Patricia just doesn't seem to know what to do to appease Hananya, but it's not surprising. She spent the first 6 years of her life alone in a small cage on her owner's patio in Fuerteventura. Adapting isn't easy, and she has to learn a lifetime of chimp politics in a short space of time. Hananya is also trying his best to fulfill the role of alpha male, and he does seem to be growing into the job, but his behaviour here suggests he still has a lot to learn. To try and ease the situation, Hananya and Patricia will be separated. Gradually they will be reintroduced, and hopefully absence will make the heart grow fonder.
You happy, boy? There you go, little boy. I see your new house now.
Baby woolly monkey Julio is nearly 4 months old. And he'll soon be ready to join his woolly monkey family and has been spending most days in his very own nursery alongside them.
A bit scary at first, is it?
It allows him to get used to their sights and sounds, and also encourages him to build his muscles so he can move around just as he would in the wild. Woolly monkeys have a prehensile tail, which acts as a fifth limb. It's adapted for seizing and grasping, and it's strong enough to hold Julio's entire weight.
He's a good boy.
His toys are loose and springy, so when he eventually moves around in the trees outside, he'll be used to the unstable movement. Today, Julio's social development is being taken to the next stage. Mike's keen for him to meet adult female Lena. Although she's not that impressed, Julio is definitely intrigued. Mike's woolly monkey impressions help to keep them both relaxed.
Oh, Lena's a good girl.
And it even encourages Lena to reach out. These interactions may be short and sweet, but it's important that they happen every day, and it will soon be time for Julio to meet his woolly monkey family face to face. Back with the orangutans, it's good news. Patience has finally prevailed.
Jeremy got a bit of a feed into her. We're going to let it all go a little bit quiet. Let Jeremy settle down, let her settle down. While the baby's quiet, Xiao Kuai is quite happy. So we hopefully have bought a little time. It's time now to let it all go very, very quiet, and let's see what Jeremy can do with her.
But the joy is short-lived. Dinda is still hungry and won't settle, and this time Xiao Kuai's patience seems to have run out. Removing the baby is the only option. In order for Jeremy to take the baby, Xiao Kuai will need to be given a relatively strong sedative. Jeremy's exceptional relationship with the 12-year-old means he can hand inject her with the prescribed dosage. Dinda will be taken straight back home with Mike, where she can have a proper feed and sleep. Xiao Kuai will need a reversal to bring her round.
we knew she was being really impatient, and she wasn't going to let Jeremy feed the baby, and then we're out of time. You know, we did a number of things, pretty much all we could do. We went in a small place where she could be comfortable, wouldn't move around up and down, and Jeremy could try to help. We tried to feed, the baby was starting to get upset. She was getting upset with the baby. It was time to call it, so we just gave her a small injection. As soon as she got sleepy, grabbed that baby and we're out of there. So, really sad. I mean, it's the highs and the lows, isn't it? You know, you're sitting there and you're thinking, yes, we really nailed this thing. You know, we just cracked it. And then it starts going on a roller coaster, and we did everything we can do. But, you know, it's not over yet. This baby is what? 5, 6 days old. I'm not saying we're not going to come back. I'm saying we're calling an end for now, and maybe we'll wait a week or two and look at it again.
It's been an emotional day for everyone, but Xiao Kuai's safely come round from the sedative, and Dinda's on her way back home with Mike.
Boy, I'm pleased when that's all over. She's awake. We reversed the anesthetic. Jeremy's reversed the anesthetic. She's awake. She's going back with Kai. She's fine.
Next time, animal manager Jeremy checks on Dinda's mum, Roro. She may have developed postnatal depression since giving birth to Dinda. And baby woolly monkey Julio settles into life with his new family.
He spends his full day inside of the woolly monkey house now, which is nice. It gives me a little bit of a break, but most importantly, it means that Julio's beginning to become a woolly monkey again.